Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs Show. Happy Friday afternoon. Basically, nearly enough. Everyone is done for work for the week. Obviously, hope the day has treated you well so far, and obviously, still got an evening ahead as well. In this video, we're talking about the breaking news surrounding Spurs inquiring into the Brobbey deal and what that looks like. We're also going to be talking about the updates surrounding Tyler Dibling from Southampton. And how that looks like as well with the Leipzig situation. So there's plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. We'll say if you watch this, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. Afternoon, Spurs, Connor, Adiz, Azza, Gons, Bazza. How are we all? How are we all? Let's jump in and let's talk about the breaking news surrounding Brobbey. Fabrizio Romano wasn't the only one. Paul O'Keefe has said this as well, saying that he understands Spurs have asked for Brian Brobbey loan conditions. He's one of those options being considered while West Ham are already in direct talks with the Ajax for a loan plus an obligation. West Ham remain in contact. Spurs also made an inquiry to be informed. Now, look, I'll be real. Just because you have inquired or asked to be kept in the loop surrounding your deal doesn't mean there is a likelihood that you're going to be pursuing this deal, okay? There are so many other names that we've been linked to this window alone that, you've seen teams go, they want to be kept informed and nothing comes from it at their end, okay? Think of Randall Colomwani. Man United want to be kept informed on him. Obviously ended up moving to Juventus. All right. So it doesn't mean everything. Afternoon, Martin and Jake and Hawkeye. How are we all? I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be super, super real with you. I'm not going to dance around the bush or lead you astray. This is not the move. Simple as that. This is the move of a club who, if they get him on loan, oh, look, we'll get him on loan. The fans will love it. We've got a new signing. Ooh, look at us. This is cheap. Okay. Obviously, I don't know what the obligation truly would look like. I mean, transfer market have him valued at 30 million euros. So let's call it 25 million pounds. He's not worth that, by the way. But it's a cheaper deal. They think they can buy themselves good faith because, look, there's not long left in this window. I'll get him through the door nice and easy. Everyone will love us for it. We'll think we'll be all right. And I actually think a lot of fans have looked at this and gone, this isn't it. This is not it. If you have a problem with Timo Werner, you're probably going to have a slight problem with this. So Brian Brobbey, let me tell you who he is and what he's about. So Brian Brobbey plays in the Eredivisie. He's 22 years old. He is 21 on the 1st of February, so about a week now. He's an attacker. He's played striker for Ajax. He has really only played at Ajax, barring a short stint with Leipzig, which went absolutely nowhere. This season, he has played in all competitions of the Europa League, the Eredivisie, the Europa League qualifying, and the Toto KMVB Becker. He's played 29 games. He's scored 3 goals and 7 assists. So a goal contribution, 1 every 3 games. From striker, that's appalling. 1 every 3 games isn't great as a striker. 3 goals, though, in 29 games. So 1 every 10 games he scores. This screams, it's cheap. Get him in, he's cheap. The fans will love us because we bought someone. Oh, look at that, we got someone through the door. That adrenaline and coping and all those things, they'll love us. This is not the deal. This is flat out not the deal. He is Michael. You've put that beautifully, Michael. By the way. Afternoon, Jason. So I haven't missed your message. Okay. But Adeyemi's moving to Napoli. Talks for a fee around 40 million euros. So they're not going for Garnacho and they're not going for Werner. But Michael, you're spot on. It's another Levy special. Yeah, we signed 3 players this window. Okay, Kinski's 12 million. Brian Brobbey is a loan, and he'll probably get like 1 other loan deal. We've got a net spend of 12.5 million. Now, he doesn't include fees. And let's say included fees, it's 20 million. Really? You know, this isn't it. This is flat out. I can't stress enough. This is not it. I'd love to know. I'd love to know what goes through these people's minds, thinking this is the right way. You know. Hey, Steampunk, how are we? Eric, how are we? Jazz, Simon, how are we? XL, Luke, how are we? Is it better than nothing? Well, Martin's put it beautifully. Troy Parrott, who we sold for 6.7 million, was it? Has more goal contributions this season in less games than Brian Brobbey. We might as well just kept Troy Parrott. You know, simple as that. Do you know what's so nice is, I mean, look, Jason says, surely our kids are better than this guy. I mean, Mikey Moore. I'd rather Mikey Moore every day of the week. This guy's got 7 assists in 29 games. Mikey Moore's got 2 in 50 minutes. He's right. He's not better than Richarlison. Okay, so he'd be your third striker. Do you see there's an issue there? And what they'll do is they'll just put Richarlison out on the left and then slide him as the striker behind Solanke when necessary. So we move Brazil's number 9 to left wing to accommodate a guy who scores in every 10 games. Where is the logic there? You know what I mean? Where is the logic? I just don't get it. Aren't you tired of hearing that we are linked players? Last time we signed it was Dom. Yeah, I mean, this guy is probably about 10% of Dominic Solanke. Santiago Jimenez, 34 million or 30 million for this. Well, Jimenez is going to squeeze some goals. He's going to have to squeeze some goals. Surely our kids bet this guy. Is it better than nothing? I don't know. 1 in 10 is fairly useless. Fairly. Must be something on the data that suggests we cut something we can't see. Well, look, he's young. He is young. He's a player that obviously will develop and grow, you would expect and hope. But you also have to take into account he has 1 goal every 10 games in the Eredivisie for one of the better teams in the Eredivisie. It's not like Troy Parrott last season playing for Sparta. Was it Sparta Rotterdam, I think it was? And he was banging in goals and they were towards the bottom of the league. I mean, AZ Alkmaar won last night, 1-0. Troy Parrott scored the winner. So he plays for one of the better teams in the league. He gets to play in Europe and all these things and doesn't score goals as a striker. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe the data is really something flagging up something, but maybe I'm missing something. Money for nothing. The kids are free. You really have to question the true Spurs footballing ambitions. Been left out. Been out, left phone at home. What is it? Happens. We've inquired into Brian Brobbey, sorry. No data involvement here, just a cheap opportunity. I think he's better than Lancashire, but not good enough. I prefer Dibling. I mean, I'm going to come to Dibling in just a second. This isn't going to be a very long live, by the way, so don't worry. They're just complete tight wads at the top of the club, never going to change. I mean, apparently this is back in Ange. They had kept releasing information day on day, week on week to say, we're back in Ange. We're back in Ange. We're back in Ange. A goalkeeper and a loan signing. If that's back in Ange, then Ange is just screwed. Ange is just flat out screwed. That's like saying, mate, this boxing fight will be there to help you. Give us your arm. I'm just going to tie that around your back. And I'm just going to put an eye patch over one eye. So you're fighting with one arm and one eye, by the way. Good luck. On you go. We're backing you. Woo! You're sending him in for a slaughter at times. You know, it's just... They make it so difficult. They make this so difficult to be a Spurs fan, honestly. But look, again, I don't see this deal happening. I don't. And I hope we don't as well. I think he will go to West Ham. But then West Ham are also moving for Andre Silva as well. So let's keep an eye on that. Now, West Ham might be going to get two attackers. Obviously, Potter's there now. He probably wants to get a few players in that are his sort of players. Maybe Nicholas Füllkrug is not, Um, he's a lot like new Darwin Nunez. Guran's missed a lot of chances. Yeah, but I actually don't mind Darwin Nunez. I think Darwin Nunez is a good player, you know. This is like deja vu, like Bergvine, Danjuma, Werner, unnecessary opportunistic signings. It's low floor, low ceiling. That's what it is, but cheap. Hey, Joshua, how are you? If we're going to buy rejects, at least get them from Barca or Real Madrid. Well, Van der Vaart was a pretty decent reject from Real Madrid, wasn't he? Arsenal looking at Cunha. Look, they're Arsenal looking at Cunha, Sesko, those sort of players, and we're looking at Brian Brobbey. Tell me who has ambition. Man United are going out there spending 40 million on a wing back who they truly, truly need. We're trying to get a loan signing for Brian Brobbey. I mean, Nottingham Forest want to try and buy Cunha. They're moving for Johan Visser. We're trying to get a loan signing for Brian Brobbey. Do you know what? This is just absolutely amazing, isn't it? You just can't put it up. You just can't make any sense of it. It's like F1 on it's F1 on three wheels. Nunes will start for us. I honestly rate Nunes. If you watch people that don't like Nunes are people that do not watch him. What they do is watch Twitter clips of him. If you actually watch his overall gameplay, it's pretty damn solid. His attacking movement is fantastic. His work rate is elite. Yeah, his finishing is a bit, hit and miss, which is I'm being nice, but that can be improved. I feel like they're going to rush for new players and they're going to get, well, you're right, it's just a body in the building. West Ham embarrassed us in the last two windows. I've been impressed with West Ham's transfer business. Well, they sacked their guy that does all their transfer business, so I don't think West Ham are very impressed with it. Thing is, what does Brobbey offer us? A body. And the fact he's played in 29 games, I guess durability. Apparently, Ajax want nearly 30 million. Oh, Jesus. Tottenham love mediocre players. Bobby is the next Harry Kane. Lol. I'm seeing that we get Dibling and loan him to the summer. Well, look, let's move swiftly on to Dibling with with a little bit of good news, at least in terms of we're actually interested in a guy that he's all right. Florian Plettenberg saying that RB Leipzig will continue to do everything possible to sign Tyler Dibling. After initial talks, Leipzig have been impressed that the 18-year-old super talent from Southampton is open to a Bundesliga move. That conflicts a few reports. I saw a few reports that he wasn't wanting to leave England, but we digress. Leipzig want to sign Dibling either now or at the latest by the start of the next season. Tottenham also remain in very concrete talks with his management. So look, we're in talks with his management. Obviously, that would have been leaked from the German side of things. Agents would be saying, look, we're in talks with other clubs. It wouldn't shock me if Leipzig know that Spurs have been talking to their management team. I don't think that would shock anyone. It's not come from our side in terms of from our management and higher ups that we've been in contact with Tyler Dibling. It's come from their side. Now, the issue is we signed this guy and he stays at Southampton in the season. That helps us no way. It's different if they go, look, we're going to agree a deal and then we're going to complete it in the summer. Okay, fine. But you then sought two players for this window for now. It wouldn't shock me if they sign one player and get Dibling, but get him for the summer and load him back. And they go, yeah, but we've got Tyler Dibling. Look, he's coming in. It's all right, mate. We could do with some players now. That's the key issue in this. Why not David instead? Yeah, I'd rather Jonathan David. Brobbey or Blobby. I don't think Dibling suits us either. It suits us more, for sure. If it's like this, then let's just sign him. Mopey's proven. Well, that shows how damn bad we are. Also, for the wings, I'd prefer Goncalves or Mbuemo instead of Dibling, preferably both. I would take Milan Skriniar over. Oh, I don't know. Would you take Brobbey on loan if we were getting David on a pre-contract? If Brobbey really was the only thing that we were going to do, then you might as well take him because it's something. But then the issue is they would use that against us What I mean by that is our own owners would use that against the club. Well, no, we have cash flow problems. Remember when we signed that really average striker from the Eredivisie? Oh, yeah, do you remember that? That's going to come back and bite you on the backside. Dibling as a kid hasn't done nothing. He's decent, but what we need, Dibling looks like it's going to be an absolute player. It looks like he's going to be an absolute player. 25 million, 29.5 million ketchup sachets from local chip shop. This is Levy we're talking about. Surprised they're charging for toilet paper per sheet at the stadium yet. Yeah, this project is stinky. Need to put Lang on gardening leave, lol. Yeah. Do you know what? West Ham got rid of Tim Steidman or Steiden, whatever his name is. Lang can go out with him. If it's going to be like this, Lang can go and join him. Not charging for toilet paper. We were first interested in Cunha, then Brian Brobbey. Next, we'll offer Akinfenwa. Homegrown, I think. Is it? Think so. One thing we like to do is get a player and only get them next weekend. How the hell does their mind work? It doesn't. Yeah, get rid of Lang. And when Paratici is able to bring him back as director of football, I miss the Don. I do miss him. Like, think of all the signings that he made. Your Kulusevskis, your Bentancurs, your Romeros. He had a hand in the summer where it was Gabbiadini in charge. Think of all the players that he signed. I miss those days. Sorry, I wouldn't say when. That's fine. Look, if I'm honest, this still stinks. This still stinks. And it's nothing against Brian Brobbey as a person. I'd assume he's a lovely human being. My true issue is, where is the ambition to actually back your manager? Where is the ambition to fight? Look, the league might not be going very well at the moment. Are we out of European spot races? Of course not. You're not out until you're physically, mathematically out. Anyone that says we're out of those races, literally, you can factually prove them wrong. You're not out until it's all over, right? And also in this league, I feel like just a good 6-week window would have you caught up. I really do. But you're also in the semi-final of the EFL Cup, the League Cup. You're 1 foot in to the final. You've not got Solanke for that game, right? So you're guaranteed to be down Solanke, a doggy, Odebear. You're guaranteed to be missing those 3. Okay. We don't know about Vic and Basumas and SARS and Spence's. Obviously, we'll see what happens with those boys. But you're already guaranteed to be down those 3 players. We already need to add and help this squad for now. And then also you factor in, hey, guess what the game is right after that Anfield game? It's away at Villa in the FA Cup. There's a potential that you could be out of 2 cups in the space of a week through negligence. And this is what this is. This is negligence. You could be out of both those cups. And yes, in less than a week, you could be through into the next round of the Europa League. Okay, great. Totally get it. That's a good thing. No matter the most negative of Spurs fans or the most positive of Spurs fans, you can all agree we're through into the next round in the Europa League. That was the aim and the goal. Doesn't matter how you do it, you just do it, and we do it, right? But to be out of the 2 domestic cup competitions through sheer negligence in the transfer market and sheer negligence in trying to actually back that manager, just saying. Why not get a tea lady a kit and ask her to do a job for us? It's embarrassing lack of ambition. This is why we're a laughing stock and take nothing but pelters from the media. Marcus Edwards is better than Brobbey. I mean, he'd also be an academy trained player, so you could also say that. We're looking at left back or centre back. Lang is cooking nothing. Parrott literally scored to beat Rome yesterday, and this dude Brobbey hasn't scored since November. Marcus Edwards would walk into this team on the right wing. Kulusevski has a word with you. Kulusevski has a massive word with you, Martin. We're quite possibly going to miss out on Dorgu. We are missing out on Dorgu. I don't think Spurs are going to be doing anything there. If you want the update on Patrick Dorgu, I can actually give it to you in just 2 seconds. Manchester United have sent a new bid for Patrick Dorgu as revealed today. Proposal is now in excess of 30 million euros, with the club trying to get it done. The player also gave a green light 2 days ago. The deal is on. That was from Fabrizio Romano. There you go. So we're not getting the player that I've wanted at this club for such a long time and asked for and cried out for, a player that we've been linked to so many times. We're not getting him. Levy won't let anyone cook. To cook, you need ingredients, fuel. Dom won't play. No, he won't be playing against Liverpool. Richie is our only striker. And if he gets injured, it'll be Son, because I don't think Lancashire is truly ready yet. I'd like to see Angel Gomez. That'll be a summer move. Levy's asking chefs to serve up gourmet grub with nothing but rocks, maybe some gravel for seasoning. Son, Richie, Moore should be our front three. Kulu should be in the midfield. Now, we need some balance in that midfield. I think Kulu on the right. Madders plays better when Kulu's out on the right. And then you have Madders, Bentancur, and Bergvall in the midfield at the moment. I'm happy with that midfield. I think it's a solid midfield. Just need him to be, a little bit fitter. That'll be nice. Less fatigue. So look, let's see what happens with Dibling. I think there is legs to this yet, and I think it'll be a little while before we truly know. Yeah, and then obviously on the Brobbey situation, let's just hope that West Ham. Let's just hope West Ham get that deal done. Hey, we'll all support West Ham for that deal. All right. Would you rather have Julian Nagelsmann than Ange? I got Ange right now. I back the manager. I don't care if Pep was on the market. I back the manager. Watch Man City get Edison, best CDM. Well, we've been linked to Edison loads. In reality, guys, the situation is lack of ambition, because ambition costs money and they don't want to spend that money because they want to try and get investment somehow because they can twerk over their low wage bills. It's boring. It's repetitive. And do you know what? I'm so glad for once that this fan base is actually not falling for tricks and falling for ploys and tactics surrounding players coming in. Yeah, but we're going to sign someone. Look at this guy on loan. It's like, yeah, I'm really glad that this club has actually gone, that's not showing ambition. That's not backing your manager. That is, we don't want to open the wallet. We don't want to spend money. And that's what it's all about. And lo and behold, Brobbey. There you go. But anyway, thanks very much for joining me this afternoon. We may be back later, depending if more chance news breaks. But if not, we'll be back tomorrow, talk a little bit more about Spurs. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your afternoons and evenings, and I'll speak to you all then. See you later. Peace.